Instead of relying on coders, Abbado has trading bots already built into the platform that we can test out with the exact rules and parameters and just copy paste them to create our own custom trading bots without writing any code. So what you would do, for example, hey, this is Amin here from JST. Let me make this totally unedited video of how exactly to trade $10 up to $1 million if you know how to make automated trading systems without writing any code and just copying and pasting some formulas that are already pre-built onto ChatGPT and then back to Abbado. We're literally giving you away $10 for nothing, no strings attached for you to learn this and start doing it yourself and actually start potentially making money in the markets. I have more experience trading than anyone you'll probably ever meet in your life, and I know things about the markets that you will spend your entire life to search for and you'll never discover because I've read most of all the books and I've done all the forward testing manually, candle by candle, of hundreds of thousands of strategies of all types of parameters. And what I've discovered is how to make automated trading systems very easily and very quickly as a result of having 50,000 hours in the market. Now, with that being said, I'm going to show you exactly how to potentially make automated trading systems where you can start flipping money over time. This is totally brand new technology and never existed before. So you should listen to this and pay close attention because this is usually locked up for prime billionaire trading platforms and institutions that are moving trillions of dollars in derivatives. So what you're going to do is scroll back on Abbado. This is the only platform that does this. Otherwise, you would have to pay thousands of dollars a month in data fees to potentially access this data. But on Abbado, there's real-time past historical data down to the minute that you can just load up like this. It'll take some time to load if you're loading large data sets. So what I do is I just go back a few months and just load up those few months and then just keep loading up a few months at a time until I've gone back a few years like this. So there we go, like that. And then eventually you end up back 4 or 5 years like this. And then what you can do, just depending on your computer speed, it'll take some time to load. Let's just give it some time to load. I'm going to fast forward here because this is going to take a few minutes. And there we go. Once the data is loaded up, you're going to scroll all the way back and then select a time frame. Typically, markets are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that's my time zone. I'd use that, for example. So we start at 9 a.m. So we start at 9 a.m. In this case, 9:30, because that's when the market opened here. And without seeing the future, we would go to the hard right edge of the page and see the closing price of the candle, for example, and then move up one candle by candle, one by one, like this. So that way we see the market unfolding without actually seeing the future. And we can create parameters around this using indicators and various tools to make somewhat of a strategy outline or template to be entering in the real-time market when this is happening. Now, this is the base structure of how to make a system. Because if you don't know what happened in the past and you can't test it, how can you possibly know what will happen in the future for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years and make actual money in the markets? You can't. So this is the secret strategy to how hedge funds and institutional traders are testing the market in real time with hundreds of thousands of strategies very quickly. So to make a trading strategy, what you would do is overlay some indicators onto the chart. Let's take the MACD RSI just to keep it simple. And now we're going to move forward one by one and just make up the rules. This is where you can get creative and make up any rules possible with some market research and just understanding how it moves. In this case, we're just going to say that once the MACD line is below the blue line, we're going to enter a buy. Once the MACD line is above the blue line, we're going to enter a sell. Very simple strategy, does not work. That's just one parameter of many that would go inside of a system. But for example purposes, we're just going to test that just to get used to the flow. We're going to go forward one by one. Let's just start at 9:30 once the day opens. And there we go. We're going in at 9:30. We're using the 1 minute time frame just for testing purposes. And you can see right there instantly at 9:31, it shot up. So now we're going to be taking a sell trade. The closing price right here was 512.09. We're going to set our take profit and stop loss 1 point above and below and see what ends up happening. So from 512.09, our stop loss would be at 513.09. And in this case, it hit stop loss. And our take profit would be down at 511.09. This one went to stop loss. We could enter in again because it's still above and see where that goes. And this one from 513, 2.3 went down to 512 it did. And this trade went to take profit on that trade. You can see in the second example, the closing price was 513.2.3. So that means our stop loss is up at 514.2.3 and down at 512.2.3. And it went there, as you can see here. Now, this took a lot of time for me to understand and even process the math I'm doing in my head. Even though it's basic 1 plus 1 or 7 plus 2 or things like that, it took a few months to even get used to doing that. I'm someone who's horrible at math, horrible at science, horrible at anything to do with numbers or work and stuff like that. So this was a huge learning curve for me. I'm actually a complete idiot when it comes to doing anything, but I had to make lots of money fast, and I worked at a high frequency trading floor, so I learned that quickly. You need to understand that we can give you all the rules, all the systems, all the strategies to make hundreds of millions of dollars, but unless you know how to use them, it won't work. I saw a video recently where they explained that giving a working trading system to someone is like giving a loaded sniper to a random person. If you give it to a random person, such as maybe yourself who has no experience yet and you have no idea what you're doing and you go to school or you work a job or whatever your issue is, you may not have the best results at all because you don't know how to use it. You don't have the mindset, you don't have the development or the structure to even understand how the market flows, candlestick patterns, movement, volume, real-time slippage, or even the mental structures built to know how to handle profit, how to handle loss, scalability, percentages, management of overall funds, and you don't understand the fundamental truth about trading, which is that profit is loss. As you'll learn inevitably, since both sides are the same, regardless of buy or sell, when you start testing automated systems to gain a slight edge in the markets. But a person who is trained like a Navy SEAL holding a sniper, they will have totally different results compared to you. They know exactly what to do, and their shot will probably land and they'll do it very well consistently over time and have 3,000 kills headshot. We're here to train you to become like that in the markets so that way you can actually maneuver through life and make lots of money potentially. We did this with hundreds of thousands of dollars. We've invested more than $1 million now into this, and we've turned profits for years and years over. And we trade live every day with you, as you see, and you can do it the same thing the way that we do. But now, as a result of AI and automated strategy testing, you can start with very little capital and start testing systems and turn them on very little risk and start building a track record over time that you actually test out with strategies. Now, with that being known, let's just say we tested this strategy just to write down the results and see how it would go. Again, let's start at 9:30. Remember, once the MACD breaks above the blue line, we're going to be selling. Once it breaks below, it's buying. And did it break? It broke right around here. You can see the MACD broke right around there. Let's zoom in. Right around there. Closing price was 502.29. That means our stop loss is at 503.29 and our take profit is at 501.29. Did it go there? Let's see. That means it has to drop down here. And it did. That was a take profit trade. So what we would do is write that down on Excel. This was the old way of doing things. Result +1. Let's say we did the next trade. It was -1. We did the next trade. It was +1, -1, -1, +1, +1, -1, +1, and so on. I'll do some examples for you so that way you can see that. Let's go to the next trade here. Here you go. It broke down 503.2.16. Let's see if it goes to 504 and there we go. Stop loss. Next trade down here. This is stop loss down here. We just entered again right there and it reversed back up and it went to take profit. That would be right here. See, it hit stop loss somewhere around here. And then we just entered that back in because it's below and it hit take profit. So for example, we would do that one by one over and over like this and write it down. And then we would total it up equals plus the above line, add it up. That's just a simple way of adding it up. And now because of the evolution of AI and computers and just basic tech that the average person can use, and let's just say we did this for thousands of trades over dozens of years of data. And eventually it starts looking like this. Let's look at it on an equity curve. We click insert, choose the chart. There we go. The point of testing strategies like this is so that way you can develop an equity curve that is somewhat profitable over time using various parameters. And that's the basis of how automated trading systems are built and how you gain 20 plus years experience very quickly. Because you can test hundreds and thousands of strategies like this over years of data very quickly without living those years. It just takes a few hours a day for a few months. And then you'll have fast-tracked your trading career over 20 years because you know things that other people don't. You've basically lived through market patterns, especially as you do it in real time in the real markets. But back to the point, now that you know how strategies are built, the revolution is in building automated AI bots that don't require code. Let's go to the trading bot store. choose any trading bot. These are pre-built trading bots based off of hundreds of parameters. Scroll down to its source code, open it. For some reason, it's written in another language, doesn't matter. Scroll down to the bottom of the document. This may be tons of scrolling. And once you're finally there, scroll up just a little bit and you'll see the code with a title like this on top of it. So just find this part in all the source codes and just copy the code like this, like that, and paste it into ChatGPT. I pasted one code and now I'm going to paste another one. So we're going to go back to the trading bot store, find another strategy, scroll down to its source code the same way, click the source code, scroll all the way down, go a few pages up to see where the title is above the code right here, and then just copy that source code the same way you did the first one. Go back to ChatGPT, say these are two codes here, paste the second one, and now give it a prompt. For example, combine these two strategies that are used. I just wrote this prompt up real quick like this, and then hit enter, and it'll print out the source code. Let it finish. Make sure that once ChatGPT prints out that code, to also tell it to format it to JavaScript so it works on Abbado.com. It'll print it out, copy that code, go back to the platform. Now go to Trading Bot Editor, click Create Trading Bot, give it a name, click Add, Control A, and then Delete, and Control V to copy. Now you'll see the code here. Click Add to my trading bots, save. Now go back to the platform, Trading Bots, Custom, go to the one you just built, and you'll see the pop-up that says to set the take profit, stop loss, risk parameters, and the functions of the actual algorithm. You just built an automated trading bot without writing any code, and you combined others together. This is an industry first, and we could never do this before in history. It's so much computing power in one that you don't have to waste thousands of hours and hundreds of thousands of potentially millions of dollars learning how to do this, and you can just apply it to the chart. You don't have to test anything. You don't have to forward test. You don't have to back test. You can apply it, just let it run, see the results over time, and find strategies that work. Then you have to understand risk parameters. So we're just going to set that to 100 on both sides. Click apply. And there you go. You can see Algo V3 bot is on our BTC USD chart in real time. Now, every time a trade triggers from this bot, it'll automatically open up. You can see it here in the bots list right there. Now, once the rules add up, it'll enter a trade automatically. Now, let's see if it does that. Let's keep the orders tab open and see if it enters a trade. Let's just open it on a few charts since it's taking so long. And there we go. A trade just opened on Ethereum, just like that. Now, obviously, you need to play around with these systems to get used to it and different parameters because they are literally endless. So it's important that you get started right away and start learning how to enter and start trading daily because this technology is the first of its kind. And it's crazy that we have this available to us now, which used to only be available for quantitative trading floors moving hundreds of millions of dollars minimum. And remember, this is a live account. We're up over $29,000 on this $100,000 balance, which is roughly about 25% on 110K, which is not bad in the past year. So learn how to do this right away, get started. In this video, you should have learned how to forward test systems and then learned how to make and combine automated trading bots on the Abbado Trading Bots store. Now, we're literally going to give you $10 into your trading account for free, no strings attached, just for you to learn and get started on doing this. We make enough money trading, so we can afford to do this with thousands of people. So get started right away if you're serious. Learn a skill that nobody can take away from you. Remember, they used to say that, get a diploma. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody wants to take that away from you. Learn a skill that will actually follow you for the rest of your life that used to only be reserved for billionaires, that has been shrouded in mystery for 50 plus years, and learn how to do this right away. If you agree to this, consent, click next, and go to the next video that will show you how to send in your screenshot to us. That way you can start using these systems right away. Get on call with us, start practicing how to do this every day, and start building a track record and learning a skill that's more valuable than any other business in the world. We'll see you in the next video and during our live trading sessions where we make thousands of dollars in front of your eyes every day. And remember, we've been doing this for years. You can check out all of our previous recordings live. And there we go. Another trade just opened up on BTC. And that's all it takes. Start practicing right away.